Good morning, Dave here with Organic Gardening in North Carolina. I am going to do a garden tour. It is June the 6th, and here we go. Here's the lower end of the garden. Have some comfrey. And there's some, I think that's cucumber. There's a couple more coming up. And also have my blackberries here, which I think they got a little dried out in our 30 days of no rain. And I got some, I believe these are snow peas that have done really well. I've got them all over the garden. This is just a small spot of them. There's some more here. Here's my granddaughter's flower bed. Got zinnias and marigolds, sunflowers, and that's some kind of a perennial bulb type thing. Not sure what that is, but it's really beautiful. Oh, there's a couple carrots coming up. They also didn't sprout very well because of the drought. I need to pull this bed up and put some more fertilizer or manure in it, because everything's about done in here. Here's our raspberry bed. I actually transplanted some plants to fill in some spots that were dead that the mint had taken over, and I pulled the mint out and transplanted. But we are getting some raspberries. They are yummy. Oh, here is a couple Malabar spinach plants that I planted on this corner post. Oh look, there's a little mushroom behind there too. And I'm going to put a little trellis up beside that post there. Look at that, isn't that beautiful in the morning sunlight? That is the growth for the asparagus. That is creating strength for the roots for next year. There's a little bit of catnip. That's a Mexican sunflower covered in dew from the morning. It doesn't look like it's doing real well. These are diacon, or however you pronounce it, radishes. They're supposed to go down really deeply and open up the soil. There's lettuce going to seed. Here's a basil plant with might be a zucchini beside it. I'm not sure what I planted there. Here are my tomato plants that I planted with the roots close to the top of the soil, and they are doing great. And I got a remesh wire piece here that I'm going to weave the tomatoes up through, and I planted peppers in between the tomatoes. This is parsley that's going to seed. Yeah, these tomatoes that I planted, the root ball, I actually planted the root ball on the side here, close to the top of the soil, and then put the plant sideways across here, and then it's hard to even tell, but the plant curved and went up right towards the sun. So you can't even really tell that it was laid sideways anymore. Alrighty. Here's a daikon radish that you can see the bottom of it. Here's a kale bed. It still has some good looking kale. I had a little rabbit out here that was eating my beans, but I do have some, those are bush beans coming up. Here are my Jerusalem artichokes. And I planted some beans in front of there too. That wabbit didn't get all my beans. And actually I have a little bit of popcorn coming up there too. Don't know if it's gonna get enough light. This is where I seeded some Egyptian spinach, which of course I'm gonna have to thin that way out. This is a turnip that went to seed. Some lettuce down here. These are tomato plants that I planted a couple weeks before the other ones. You can see there's some cherry tomatoes starting. I actually got my tomato plants out pretty late just because I was so busy. Because I'll show you my neighbor's tomato plants. And he actually irrigated his. See him down there? They're looking really good. So that's tomatoes, and I put peppers in front of them also. And there's potato plants that I put in. This is a kale that I was letting go to seed, but it doesn't look like there's very many seeds on it for some reason. Here's my strawberry patch. Of course, the strawberries are done, and the plants should be spreading to get ready for next year. And here are is my main spot where I have the snow peas planted, and they did really well. They're going way up this little trellis fence I have here, and they're bending over the top of it. There's my biggest daikon radish. And here's a more healthy looking Mexican sunflower. So I'm looking forward to that blooming and being beautiful. And then here's underneath the snow peas some more rather large kale that we need to eat and juice. Oh, I do have a couple other things to show you. Here's some more cucumbers. A couple different varieties here. There's a Malabar spinach that doesn't look like it's doing so well. Some more cucumbers. And some more comfrey. I just picked a lot of the leaves off this comfrey and gave them to one of our friends who had a sprained ankle. So she made a compress and said it really helped her. Oh, might as well show you the fruit trees while I'm here too. Actually has some pears on it this year. And beside there is a peach tree, which has the peaches. So I really thinned this off. I probably took 75% of the peaches off. There's a little puppy. Hello. Good morning, puppy. Blaze. Good morning. Are you talking? Yeah. Here they come. Here's the spot I planted for the bunny. It's got kale, and it was called forage Swiss chard. And I just pick off leaves and give them to throw them over the fence to the bunny. But the kale, or this Swiss chard is actually really juicy. Look how juicy that is. You can just see the moisture right in there. So I usually do take a bite of it when I throw it over to the bunny. Where's that little bunny? Where's that little bunny? Oh, cute little bunny. You can see why a bunny could do some major damage in a garden. Look at how it just munches those leaves right on down. Alright, well that's it for June. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. And we'll see you next month. Or maybe I'll do a video before next month.